Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to finish painting some more rocks, and I'm also going to show you how to make you a really cool pencil holder. Okay, so for the pencil holder I got a roll, and I'm going to cut it in half so I can make two. I'm going to glue it on a rock, and when I get done painting all of it, it's going to look fantastic as a pencil holder. But let me go ahead and paint my rocks and paint my tube and then cut it, or maybe I'll cut it now and then I'll paint it. So this way, if you decide that you want to get rocks and you don't know what to do with them, or you can go ahead and make a pencil holder out of them. So luckily there's already lines on here that you can follow, and just go down with your X-Acto knife around it, and we'll cut this roll in half, or almost in half. And you can get yourself some E6000 glue, which is really a good, strong, lasting glue. Or you could try Gorilla Glue. Some people like that, but I like the E6000, and I'll show it to you in a minute, because that glue is about the best glue to keep things together, especially when you're putting something like this in a let's see if I can get it to break apart. Especially if you're putting two objects together that aren't the same material. E6000 will do it a lot better. That's like when I do my tin can Christmas trees. I save, not my tin cans, but I save my soda cans and I rinse them out really good. And then I put all my cans together and I make a nice, beautiful Christmas tree out of them, which I'm going to finish making one of these days soon, because I promised a girl that I would make her one with the cans that she brought in. So she brought in some nice cans. Alright, I think we're making progress here. This is some pretty stout paper towel roll that I got at work. So I was lucky to get that there. And I think we're doing pretty good at cutting it out. Oh, there we go. I'm going to get scissors later and kind of trim the edge and make it a little bit more even, but it's hard to work with this stuff because this is pretty stout, and I want to make sure I cut it all the way around without losing my blade. Okay, so this is an ongoing process here. Alright, there's my two pencil holders. Now you can put them together on the rock, as long as you have a rock big enough to support them. That would be good. I think that's what I'll do, because I like that idea. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my X-Acto knife away and get some scissors. Or you know what's even better? Sandpaper. Because this is cardboard, and the scissors, well, some of it I have to cut, because I don't want to spread it apart. Maybe I could just tear this off, and then I could put this on the bottom. Yeah, I could. So this could be my bottom. I'll put one here and one here. That rock just happens to be just about the right size for two of these. I can glue them on here and then glue them together. Now let me show you my E6000 glue. Give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And this is my E6000 glue. This is how it looks when you buy it. And it comes with tips. So the tips you can use if you need a smaller stream of glue. This is the best glue to buy. E6000 is really great. Okay, now that we got that situated, I got to figure out what colors do I want to paint these. What colors would you suggest? You could leave me comments in my video and let me know what you think is a good color to make the pencil holder. So I'm going to kind of use some colors that are pretty like black and gold maybe, or black and silver, something that'll stand out, that'll make it look really pretty. I forgot to get my brushes and things out this morning, so let me see. I think I will use this brush to paint the tubes in the rock, and then I'll use this brush to do some designs. Again, I'm making sure that my brushes are soft. If they're not soft, I'm not rinsing them out good enough, and that's not a good thing. Those are the two brushes I'll use today. Okay, so now on color, I think I'm going to do black background on this. So again, shake your paint. Pour out a little bit. I'm going to need quite a bit. I think I'll paint my rock black too, but I'm going to use some gold and silver. Ow, that hurt. And maybe a little white. So we'll put that there, and a little white. I don't know yet. So maybe I'll do something similar to this, you know, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, let me get these out of the way. Oh, I keep getting my arms stuck on that silly toothpick I had to put in that white paint there because someone lost the lid on me, and I have to keep my paint fresh, so I had to put a toothpick in it to keep it, you know. Alright, so the thing, first thing I'll do is paint the rock. So let me set these aside. And, ow, that toothpick went right into my skin. Okay. So, the brush is good and soft. I'm not going to use any water because I want to make good coverage on this rock. I'm going to paint it all the way around the bottom and on the top. So this is another good idea you can have with rocks. I come up with so many different good ideas for rocks. You can, you know, make vegetable rocks and put them in a vegetable garden, saying these are carrots, these are potatoes and stuff like that. I've done those, you know, and a lot of people like those. So, alright, so I get my rock painted pretty good. Now I'm going to kind of lift it up, move it over, so it gives me a painting surface for my tubes. I go down because of the seam here. I want to get the paint in the seam to make sure it's really covered. Okay. Of course, the edges I want to go around. I didn't have to cut them after all. Now I like this paint. I don't know where I got it, but this paint dries shiny and I like that. So if it doesn't dry shiny, you know, you can always use the polyurethane washable Minwax coating for your projects to make them nice and shiny, like I did on my rocks over there. Alright, now when you do these, you know, after you paint them and everything, you gotta let them dry real good before you put them together. Now a lot of people like to use glue guns and stuff. That's alright if you're not worried about a strong bond. But something like this project, you really want a strong bond. So you want it to make sure it stays together, especially if you decide to make them and sell them, because it really doesn't take a lot to make these, and it's easy, and it's just on your design preference. And if you design these where somebody will like it, you know, and put it on their desk, you know, you can sell them for a good amount of money, and you can make some money doing this. Okay, so that one's pretty good, and when it dries, I'll paint the rest of the top of it. Alright, now the bigger one. I think I'll get this way because it's easier to hold it. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I knew I would use quite a bit of paint. And don't forget, when you're using paint like this, the reason why I don't use water, because it is cardboard. And I don't want to break it down. So once it's painted and everything, and then later on coated, it'll stand up for a long, long time. Cardboard is very durable, and you can do so much with it. It's amazing what you can do with cardboard. This is so relaxing, and it's so good to do. If you ever get stressed out, the best thing you can do is pick a project and paint. And it's amazing how it helps you relax and enjoy your life more. I think painting is really not only just an art, but I think it's very therapeutic for a lot of people. Lonely people, when they don't have anything to do and they're bored, they can always pick a project to paint like this. And it really does add quality to your life. So painting is very, very important, I believe. And it's a God-given talent, you know. If you don't have the God-given talent, you can just make things like this, which really doesn't take a lot of imagination. It just takes, oh wow, maybe I could do this. I need a little bit more black paint. I'll go get some. I probably should have left my black paint on the table. I just thought I got myself enough. But you know, you never get enough. You just can always get more. It's when you put too much out that you waste. So I try not to waste the paint because I use it for so many things. So I know I don't need very much more, so I'll put it over here just in case. Okay. Now I'm going to get black paint on my fingers, but that's okay, because that's the fun in art. You get to wash up later. It's fun. And I'll go around, make sure I get the bottom done good. And then just check it and make sure. I might have to give it another coat. It looks like I might, but anyway. So there's those. Those are going to dry. Alright, now I'm going to rinse. Well, no, I'm not going to rinse my brush out. I'm going to take another rock and paint it black. I do like when I paint them black and put flowers on them and everything. So they look so pretty because the flower stands out on the black. And as you see, I made some more flags over there, and I coated them this morning. And they're all shiny and drying over there. One rock I had was an acrylic pour, and it came out pretty awesome. I just coated it, and I just dropped it off at the garden outside. Not my garden, but the golf course's garden. You know, now that this rock is painted, what I ought to do is paint the edges of this one better. And because I really, I guess I could paint the whole back side of it, and then that would cover all the edges. But I don't know if this is the same paint, so I might have to paint the back of it and see what happens. Okay, so that one's painted all the way around. We'll let that one dry, and I may do another one. Yeah, this one looks like a good one to do. So if I painted quite a few rocks, then I can figure out what designs I want to paint, and this will dry in the meantime. And I'm going to just paint a circle on this one. I don't know if you can hear my music in the background, but I turned it on for my dogs because my dogs like to relax too, and then it kind of gives them peace, and it's quiet and tranquil, and they love to hear the music. So, alright. These are almost dry. What I could do is put a little bit of gold. I'm going to use wash my brush out because I'm not going to use the black right now, but I'm going to do some gold, I think. Because it looks like this one's almost dry. This one's getting there. Yeah, the rock is getting dry. Oh, I forgot my rag. I got to get my rag because I got to wipe my brushes out and make sure they're free of paint. So let me just get my rag over here. Okay. Alright. Alright, I'll put this brush brush over here. Now I'll get my smaller one. And my gold paint. I don't know if I can get this out. Metallic paint's kind of funny. It's always a little thicker than some paints. And sometimes you can't get it out of the, out of the tube. Okay, so let's see. Let me see. So I'm just randomly putting some wiggly stripes. Yeah, it gives it some kind of high on here. Okay, so that looks pretty good for now. And let's see, put a little of these squiggly stripes on the big ones so they match. Alright. But, I don't want them the same. So, the bigger tube can be used for like scissors. You can put scissors and stuff in these. I've done that on mine. Okay, so now when this dries, it's not really coated that well, but it'll give you a shininess because it is a metallic paint. And I don't have to really do too much on the bottom on the rock because the rock is going to be hidden, but if you look down in the tube, you might want to see a kind of squiggly, so we'll just kind of do a squiggly on the rock. Okay, I think that looks good. So when I put my tubes on top of the rock, it'll look good. Now I'm going to let those dry real good. And I'm still waiting for these to dry. They're drying pretty good. Okay, so I guess this isn't the shiny paint because I just see this is drying dull, but that's good. It lets me know I have to coat it. Okay, because I want shiny. Because I think the one with the flower on it is so good. Alright, let me take a drink of my coffee. I always have to have my coffee. Oh yes, my morning coffee. Very good. Alright, now I got some silver here. I think I'm going to paint a rock. I'm going to move these over a little bit to dry. Oh, the dogs are barking.